Now, what's your expectations after week one? And they win.
I don't think you have any expectations still.
Will Tom Brady call the Super Bowl for Fox? You're going to have to pay him early. You try to pay Keon White early because
you don't have to yet. It's only the second year.
I understand that, but if he has another 2.5 and then he's at 5. So we're back, another episode of the Dan and Ninko Show, episode 134, and this is a
Patriots win.
This is
doesn't happen too often.
This is a fun episode because guess what? The Patriots upset the Cincinnati Bengals. We're on to Cincinnati, and they did that through my 3 keys: taking care of the football.
For those your 3 keys,
yeah, I think it was take care of the football. Create turnovers on defense. I said scoring position on defense, but
I thought you said they had to score on defense.
I said they had to create plays that helped the offense, so put them in scoring position. And then I think the third was potentially getting after the quarterback. So, Keon White.
Keon White.
What are we talking about here? You're talking about a beast, bro.
I just love all the media though flipping out about like not having Judon and stuff like that. Like, they're going to lose this and all that. I mean,
they got a 3rd round pick. It looks pretty good right now.
And Keon White was a 2nd round pick, so I mean, like,
so this is,
you could pick up another great edge defender if you need to.
Keon White. So this is what I think you do right now. You're going to have to pay him early. You try to pay Keon White early because
you don't have to yet. It's only the second year.
I understand that, but if he has another 2.5 and then he's at 5,
why would he sign it though right now?
Because it's hard to pass up on $100 million when they throw it out in front of you.
What if he has 15? If he has 15 sacks this year, he's guaranteed himself like $20+ million a year, right?
Yeah,
like $25 million a year.
Yeah,
maybe 30.
I'd say 25. Like you would go 25.
Yeah.
So if that's okay, 25.
But then he'd say he does it again in another year,
then he's
right?
30 to 35.
That's what I mean.
But that's risk. You got to put that out there. What are you willing to risk? I mean, cash in hand right now. But as long as he keeps playing, and if he makes a lot of plays this year, his price just keeps going up.
Every sack it just goes up.
Yeah, it's $1 million a sack guaranteed. So on a contract, and now this has changed. It's gone up. It's probably like $2 million now per sack.
Yeah.
Per sack.
Yeah, I mean,
is guaranteed money in your pocket.
Yeah.
So if you get 15, that's
especially
30.
At his age and everything.
At his age, yeah, he's young.
The thing too is I think people don't understand that with Keon White, the difference between him and Judon, though, right? Judon just rushed the passer. Keon White set the edge. He doesn't have to come off the field.
He was on the nose, so there were plays.
They moved him everywhere.
There's multiple plays. He's a defensive end. He's on the right side. He's on the left side. Yeah. He's inside. He's at the nose. He's off the ball. So it's really hard for an offense to pinpoint where's this guy going to go, and then they're doing all the games off of it. So you got your grab me's, your U's, your loops, your stunts, your twists, your bandits, your books, your reads, you got all that stuff going on.
Yeah.
And the offensive line, you're just causing fits. So my takeaways from this first week were a lot of dumb people out there in the media, right? As far as the Patriots are going to be terrible, they're never going to win a game. The offensive line is better than we all expected them to be. Yes, better than we expected them to be because they're going to continue to grow.
They need a left tackle.
The chemistry, right? I think that this team has our backs are against the wall.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks we're going to be able to do shit this year.
Which is the best thing that could have happened to them.
Yeah, exactly. You have a chip on your shoulder. I mean, look at Peppers. You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members-only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
Peppers with his Guardian cap on, he's going to come in and light people up with that thing on.
You see that, though? He didn't even sleep the night before because his hip was so bad that he had to go across the street to like a Holiday Inn to use the pool before the game to warm up his hip enough to like swim and everything. Yeah. his hip was supposedly really bad. Like he couldn't walk that well. But the team hotel didn't have a pool, so he had to go across the street to the Holiday Inn.
Why not just go to the facility? They have a pool.
I don't know.
So he could sleep.
I don't know.
Pep.
But I mean,
Pep's the dude, man. He's gonna come in and hit you.
He's
there was
great
this
for
big
that team.
thing about him.
He's almost like a Rodney Harrison type when they brought Rodney Harrison into that Patriots locker room, right?
He's also one of those guys that's a little tapped.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
yeah, he's gonna come and hit you, but he's also a little, he might hit you after the play and maybe
that was like Rodney
in
Harrison,
the parking lot too.
You need that though.
Yeah, you do. That's infectious. But
yeah.
So I think back to, was it the Commanders game? Did they lose to the Commanders last year?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they did. It was at home. Was it? They lost to the Commanders at home.
I think it was only 4 wins, so it's pretty easy.
It was. I think it was. So. Yeah, 20-17, dude. Okay, so after the game, I was down in the Optum Lounge, and he walks in after the game, and the dude looked so angry. His eyes literally were like, and after a game, you're usually dehydrated, you've played a lot, you're tired. His eyes looked like, like a bull sees red.
Yeah.
Like his eyes, he was so angry. He was so mad that they lost that game. Because
Sam Howell threw for 325 yards.
Yes. That was not. So I looked at him like, and I had never met him before that. I just obviously had watched him play. And I instantly was like, I like that dude. That dude he was so mad. He was so mad after that game. And at that point, they weren't in anything, right? They weren't. That was later in the year. Yeah. So to have a guy that is that mad, I personally, that's what I want on my team. Those are the guys that you want on your team, and that's why they gave him the extension.
Yeah.
That's why they gave all these guys extensions that were on the team last year that you feel could help. So, the Cincinnati game, I don't think Joe Burrow's right.
You didn't look
I think his wrist is messed up.
Well, don't they? I was reading something about it that like
bones or something. Once you mess them up.
On Pat McAfee's show, AJ Hawk was talking about he had the same exact injury and he can't move his wrist this way, like back.
So it's stuck.
He can go this way. He can't go back.
Yeah, it's like.
But I mean, as a quarterback, you kind of have to lay.
That's how you throw the ball.
You have to lay your wrist back, right? Because the wrist and all that.
You can't be stiff when you throw. You have to actually flick your wrist. Like
it's that, and I mean. I think Joe Burrow, I said this a year ago and everybody laughed at me, or you did. Joe Burrow's kind of overrated.
No.
Yes, he is. What has he really done?
He
won
really
the one
good.
playoff game in KC.
He was really good before he hurt his wrist last year. They were cooking. When he hurt his wrist last year, they were cooking. And then he got hurt, and then everything kind of started coming backwards. And then now you look at the receiving core. They didn't have a couple... That you lose one guy to hold out.
No, he was there.
I know, but he's not in shape. He's not. They don't have the timing. You have to practice.
He's played with him for years now.
I understand that, but I'm telling you, if you don't run routes, if you don't rush the passer, you go in for about 5 plays, you're gassed. It don't matter how great a shape you think you're in. You're not in football shape. That's why you have to take the reps to be in football shape. So I look at that and it felt like they didn't have the chemistry. Their defense, how many yards did Stevenson run for?
140, I think.
40? If you rush for over 100 yards.
I think it was like 110 after contact, though.
Yeah, he's running through contact. He's running through arm tackles.
Yeah.
So you look at the secondary of Cincinnati, their front, I think they have a good front. Their front is solid. They have good pass rushers, but secondary is a little missed a lot of tackles. You can't win in the National Football League if you can't tackle. So Cincinnati, they're a team, I feel like, because of the fact that they have Joe Burrow, everybody was jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, look, they're going to be great
good
this
for
year.
A while, so I mean that's just a part of it. I mean, I think they've. I think I read somewhere they lost, like the last 5 years, they've lost all but one of their one of their openers.
So I'm encouraged. It was an encouraging win. Defense was great. We know the defense is going to be good. Offense was better than what we expected them to be. I thought that the operation looked better than what I thought it was going to look like. With offensive coordinator and all the negative stuff when you talk about what everyone was saying with what kind of offensive system are they going to run? What's their identity going to
really
be?
Have offense though? I mean, it was really just Ramondre Stevenson.
Well, they also were able to convert. They converted some third downs, which was
Ramondre Stevenson
by throwing the football. No, they threw the football.
No, they didn't.
Hooper had a great
121 yards.
I'm saying they converted on throwing. In the years past, you'd be like, run, third down, sack, punt.
They threw the ball 24 times for 121 yards.
They still
averaged
converted
5 yards
per attempt.
Yeah,
a lot of flat routes.
You're definitely encouraged by it, like just because special teams is
what is
really
your
good.
what? This is the biggest problem that we see. This is what we're going to have a problem with. Now, what's your expectations after week 1 and they win?
I don't think you have any expectations still.
So, I think, like I said before, my expectation is this is the year that you build the right type of chemistry, the right attitude, the mentality, the toughness, the demeanor. You're going to go get more pieces. You have a ton of cap space. So you're going to be able to pick. You're going to be able to pick and choose who are the guys we pay, who are the guys that we want to keep on this team as far as long-term, younger guys. And then the young guys we drafted this year, how does Polk look? How is he going to look? Where does Drake Maye fit in this whole thing this year? And then the offensive line, if you can run the ball and look decent with the Mod Podge and not the top high-quality people that you want.
They do have high-quality people.
No, I'm
it's
saying
just they don't have a left tackle is the problem.
I'm saying as far as everyone's perception was they don't have the high dollar tackle. They don't have.
Well, they kind of do. I mean, they got Big Mike is paid a lot of money.
I'm saying
on the left side. Yeah. No, you don't.
You think every good team has a high paid left tackle,
or like young left tackle.
Yes, or somebody they drafted, like the guy from the Chargers. Who shut down Max Crosby.
What was his name? The kid from Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, he was a freak. His dad played. His dad
Joe Alt.
Joe Alt. Yeah, I would not. That guy's massive. He's like 6'9".
When he stood up,
he stood up. You're like, wow.
He's like standing his knees or like here. He's sitting down.
I had this very short window of opportunity to take my genetics and really make them with height.
You did?
I had the opportunity to have kids that were like really tall, but Paige is 5'2".
Oh,
my mom's 6 foot.
Yeah.
So my mom would always say, "Why don't you marry somebody really tall, so your kids are
like
tall?"
Breeding.
Yeah, you want great stock. Well, Paige is beautiful. Paige is beautiful. I love you, Paige. I'm just saying, the height thing.
Yeah,
the height.
Screwed
thing.
yourself.
What's that?
You screwed yourself. It could have been like LeVar Ball or whatever his name.
What if I got? Well, Everett's a pretty good soccer player.
Yeah,
Everett's pretty, and he's a lefty. So soccer, lefty.
I don't even understand soccer.
I don't either at all. He had his first game Sunday. And I'm sitting there like, kick the ball. He's like, I'm on defense. I'm like, oh, stay back, stay back. I'm trying to say, go get it. You're thinking he's just like,
just get some run
wherever you want. Yeah. So I have no idea about soccer. No idea about soccer at all. I have no idea about lacrosse. I'm from the Midwest, so lacrosse. I always thought lacrosse was like, we're going to play lacrosse today. Take the sweater off. It's
you thinking Lacoste brand,
like the sweater.
Yeah, that's a brand. Alligator.
I'm saying
Lacoste.
Yeah, I love Lacoste. I used to love the T-shirts, all black. An Affliction. Remember Affliction?
Affliction. Jesus,
you had an Affliction tee.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, you did. When you were in Florida, down in Florida.
I don't think I did.
I bet you had a jacked up white truck. Didn't you have a big white diesel?
Mm-mm.
All right, I thought you'd be that guy.
No.
Affliction.
Drove
white
a GTR.
Truck. GTR.
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious. So you think like lacrosse is kind of like the private school, the upper class.
Like it's like polo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Cricket.
like, what's the one on the horse?
Polo.
Is that polo on the horse?
I think so.
Yeah. I was thinking water polo.
But back to the Patriots. I think the expectation is their defense is good. It's a lot of good young players. That's going to just keep growing, getting better. Every week I think they're going to get better. Special teams looks like it's getting better and better and better too. I think there's a huge concern, obviously, still for the offense. You can't rely on Ramondre to rush for 150 yards and 110 yards after contact. You need a quarterback that can throw the ball, and they don't have that. My
concern with week 1 versus, say, week 8, right? There is like a attrition type deal where if you're a running back and you're running for over 100 yards and you're taking the beating, maybe you don't look as spry and springy in week 8 versus you did in week 1, because it only takes a thigh bruise or an ankle or something to slow you down a little bit. And
especially with his running style.
Yeah,
too.
he's a bruiser, right?
Yeah.
He's coming in, he's hitting you, he's gonna
wear down.
He's gonna wear down. But that's just natural. Everyone's gonna have that over time. So I'm encouraged. We have Seattle coming to town. Geno Smith.
Yeah,
which is crazy because I used to Geno Smith when he was with the Jets. I smacked the hell out of Geno Smith once. I put my face right in his chest and he was just like, ugh.
Really?
I wish I could do that.
I forgot. He's been in the league a long time.
He's been in the league a long time. I'm an old guy now. I was talking to a group of kids and they're like, "How old are you? Did you play for the Patriots?
Did you Mac Jones?
Did you play with Tom Brady?" I said, "Yeah." "How many Pro Bowls?" "None." Like, leave me alone, kids. Get out of here. Go play football. I'm trying to boost
Did you bring
up.
your rings?
I didn't. I brought some signed pictures. They were looking at it like,
who is this?
Did you have HD television back then?
What's a tube TV?
Yeah. Antenna.
But where you said that this season needs to be about basically for next season, right? Like you're putting together the core of the team, you're doing all that. So doesn't Drake Maye have to start soon?
Not soon.
Why?
What is soon though? What is your definition of soon?
October.
You're going to give him 4 weeks, a month.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have him start 12.
Yep.
13 games would be 12 to 13 games would be October.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
Why? What's the downside of it? What is he learning sitting on the sideline? Because
he's learning. He's definitely Tom
Brady.
Tom Brady.
To a degree.
Did you hear what Tom Brady said?
Of course he's going to say that, but Tom Brady wanted to be out there before Drew Bledsoe the minute he came to town.
Well, of course, everybody wants to be out there the second you get there. But there's a kind of a patience.
If Tom Brady came in and started week 4 of his rookie season,
he might have been crushed.
But would that have changed anything in Brady?
You can't say it wouldn't.
Do you really think it would have?
I think you can't say it would or it wouldn't because it didn't happen that way. But say, for example, he goes in his true rookie season and just gets killed or doesn't perform well, maybe his whole career doesn't pan out the same. That's why that's like saying, hey, if I would have left my house earlier, I wouldn't have been in that car crash. Like, you just never know. Things happen. It worked out perfectly for him, right? My thought is you make sure, and I talked about this before, you make sure the offensive line is sound. You make sure that they're playing together. They can do all the protections. They're making all the right calls. You have some camaraderie on the front. You didn't want to throw him out there week 1 and just have a big issue and him just get killed. So you kind of see where you're at as a team. You have a good running game. You have a good defense. The offensive line is better than we expected. They're playing together. They're running the football. So maybe in the next 6 to 7 weeks, you see, hey, do we sprinkle him out there for a few plays?
No, you can't do a few plays.
You got to, he's just all in or not?
Yeah, he's either got to be a starter or not the starter.
I don't know. It scares me.
If he came in and threw 28 interceptions, what would it matter this year?
Yeah, everyone would say you put him in too soon.
Okay, so they put.
So
Peyton
it's
Manning
like you're damned if you do, you're
Peyton
damned
Manning
if you
threw
don't.
28 interceptions his rookie year. 28.
Peyton Manning?
Yes.
Yeah, it was not good.
It was terrible.
It was not good.
Did that affect anything with his career?
No, but I'm sure that first year he was like, man,
But here's
can
the
I
thing.
get this done?
If you are trying to win with the team, is Drake Maye going to be any worse than 15 completions for 121 yards?
Could throw 3 interceptions, like you just said. If you throw interceptions, if they would have turned the ball over in this game, they don't have a chance of winning. They probably
the
lose
only reason
the game.
they can't win the game if they turn the ball over is because the offense can't move. They can't throw the ball.
That there's a
So you could
there's
throw
a
2
system.
picks if you threw 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he threw 2 picks. They still win the game.
Yeah, but you don't know if they're built that way as far as their receiving core. You don't know. You have no idea.
If you look at a lot of the film, they were open. The receivers were wide open. I don't.
So Seattle,
Yeah.
defensive coordinator as a head coach was with the Ravens.
Yep.
He's now the head coach of the Seattle.
First time going across the country.
First
as a
time
head
coming
coach.
across the country. I said 3 weeks ago that I think that's going to be a win. I think it's going to be a win. It's 10-year anniversary of Super Bowl 49, the Malcolm Butler interception.
It was literally their best shot at winning a game this year is the Seattle game. Like when you started the season. When you started the season.
Yeah, it's the start of the season.
Their best shot at winning a game. If they were going to win one game, you would pick. If you took all the games at the beginning of the year,
this would be
Seattle
Seattle game at home, first home game. It's going to be beautiful weather. I think it's going to be like 75.
It's supposed to be like 80.
Is it? Nice and hot. Super Bowl reunion. There's going to be, we're going to have some things going on. Guys are going to be back. Oh yeah.
Are you going to be on the field before the game?
Yeah, we're going to have the guys. We're going to have fun, man. We're going to jump around. I thought about throwing all the gear on. Do you think people think does Ninkovich have brain damage if I came out full padded?
Yeah, you should. 100% should. Taped ankles, ready to go.
Just extra fat on the midsection. Hey, Ninkovich had a beer belly when he played, but now it's like, ugh, look at the back fat.
Why don't you come running out?
Did you ever flying out?
When you came out of the tunnel when you played, did you run out of the tunnel or did you walk out?
No, I sprinted.
So I ran. Sprint out.
Just sprint out. I ran like Tom. Remember Tom when he came out last year? I'm going to sprint to the other side.
Yeah, Tom had that.
I'm going to do the prayer.
Looked like he had the adults small jersey on.
Let's go. I used to run across. I would put 2 ammonia packs right in my gloves right here. So they don't make them with glass anymore, but they used to have these little packets, and you would squeeze them and they pop, and it's smelling salts. So if anyone's done smelling salts, I should bring some in. I have them at the house. If anyone's done a smelling salt, it really gets you going. Like it wakes you up. I would put them in my gloves right here, and then I'd sprint it down, get on my knees, say a prayer, please, watch over us, keep us safe, all that stuff. Thank you, love you. Get up, go to the sideline, figure out what was going on, coin toss wise. Usually I was on kickoff or return, so then I'd be on kick. If it was kickoff, I'd take those suckers out, double, throw them up. There was a million on the field too. That's probably why they got rid of them, because they were.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah. And now so it's just not the same. Like when you'd have a actual, it was like a cyanide packet. Like you actually pop the glass inside paper and it would turn pink.
You do realize though that happens every generation, right? Because I'm sure there's guys that played in the NFL that had brass knuckles with them when they were out there in the 60s, 70s.
You tape your hand up with a cast. And
guys casted their arms.
Let's not talk about slaps, okay? Head slap, Mean Joe Green. He used to get they would tape your hands, and Sebastian Vollmer used to tape his hands. Would take a cast molding of his wrists like this, right? So cast, and they would cut it on each side. Cut, like this, right? Put the cast on, tape it with white tape, and then there he goes, just punching you right in the face. And you'd be like, what happened? Why am I...
There's no give to that.
Why am I dizzy right now? Shouldn't there be some padding on these casts?
Do they still allow that?
Yeah, it looks like tape.
But they're actual casts.
They're actual casts.
Well, guys used to cast their arms.
So what they do is they'll have somebody come and look at your hands. But if you put that stretchy tape, it's almost like the foamy tape.
Yeah.
You put that on there. It has a very small amount of padding, but the ref is like, look at these refs. They don't know. I'm like, oh yeah, you're good. That'll mess you up. I used to
Bam.
tell Sebastian in practice, please stop punching me in the head. Stop punching me in the face. Like my get off would be right at his punch, and I'd just be like, which way do I go now? Thanks, Sebastian, for me to be drooling later in life. Anyway, so it's going to be a fun home game, first game, and I'm going with you're going with a win. I know you're going with a win, and you're up 1 on me, 13-12, I do believe, right?
That was what was it, 13-4 last week or something like that? Or no.
I don't know what game we were different on. Oh, the 2 games.
Yeah, the first 2.
First 2 games, I didn't think it was going to happen, but
all right. Kyle got hurt.
Kyle?
Yeah, broke his orbital bone.
Orbital bone.
But supposedly going to be
Is that
practicing
here
this week.
or here? Orbital would be.
I think it's here.
Is that your
I think the whole thing is the orbital, isn't it?
TJ? Pull up orbital bone.
I think it's the whole thing.
Could it be?
So it'd be orbital would be like oval.
What about your cheekbone? Isn't that your cheekbone? So orbital would be like your forehead. Click on that diagram right there. Top right. Let's see. Zoom in. TJ is so technical. I'd be up there like my grandpa, not knowing what the hell to do. That's a cheekbone. So orbital is the forehead.
No, I thought it was down here.
Orbital fracture.
Yeah, orbital floor fracture.
Orbital floor.
Orbital rim
orbital
fracture.
Rim.
Yeah. So it could be like anywhere around here.
All right. Well,
that's fractured though. But I think he's gonna practice this week.
It's fine. He's fine. You can't.
Just talked about people hitting you in the head.
I mean, yeah, you get hit in the head.
Would that hurt?
I don't know. Obviously that there's doctors there that are giving their expert opinions on this, but I would assume that if it's in a location where they can't do anything for it, and it's not a functional bone that actually you need for running or
kind of has to be. It's your freaking head.
Yeah, but you're not. It's not your jaw. It's
connected to it all. It's like pressure and everything.
Leave, he'll be fine. Toradol, give him a little Toradol
in the eye.
No, they just give you it in the arm, and it's a whole body thing, so he'll be fine.
You see on his podcast, he talked about how
the dark visor on.
You see in his podcast, he talked about how the Chiefs medical staff handled him, which was terrible. He said,
that they didn't get him
like an
inside.
hour to get the doctor down to see him or something like that.
But I thought each team has their own doctor that travels with them.
I think he said that specialists are provided by the visiting team.
I tell you what I wouldn't do, and this is what happens every single time you're hurt. Anytime that I've been hurt in a game, wherever you're at, so if it's away or if it's home, they have this sketchy, you want to talk about sketchy, a sketchy room with an x-ray machine that might be pumping you with like 10 times the amount of radiation. You have no idea.
It's like a closet.
It is a shitty little closet with a freaking arm x-ray machine. And they're like, all right, let's see. And any injury, I'm telling you, if your knee's hurt and you tear your ACL, they take a x-ray right there. I don't know.
What does it do? You couldn't tell, could you?
They take the x-ray literally during the game in Indianapolis. So at the old RCA Dome, I tore my MCL. And the second I went in the locker room, they're like, all right, let's take a picture. So they literally, in your football pants, you go on the table and they take an x-ray. That's with anything. Wrist, arm.
Yeah.
I would say no.
If you're just hurt.
Don't take it. Please do not x-ray my head.
That's what you said?
No, I'm saying I've never had, but if he was going back there and he says he has an issue in his face, I would say, can I go to like a better facility for an x-ray?
Yeah, Kansas City's not a nice place.
No, it's old. I'm saying then this old dungeon.
Because I think they got like an F on their medical stuff.
Like for the Patriots, where they come out or where they go in, not where they come out, where they go in, there's a tunnel, and then to the right is where you go and get an x-ray. It's right there. That one's actually nice, but it's a newer stadium. So maybe like these new stadiums, maybe where the Raiders play or some of these nicer stadiums have more of a medical looking facility, but the RCA Dome was crude.
Just a room.
The old Miami Dolphins stadium, crude.
Yeah, it was a shithole though.
Yeah. It's the same stadium though. Talking about, speaking of Miami, Dude, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Tyreek,
Yeah.
going to...
It's Tyreek and Calais Campbell.
I wonder... I didn't get clarification on the actual speed.
It did. I never saw it.
So, if everyone's probably seen it, there's a motorcycle, 2 cops, they pull over Tyreek. They are, I'm assuming, very agitated, maybe because it's game day as a cop. You're having to go everywhere, but they were over the top. I think it was. Now, Tyreek could have easily just been a little bit calmer in his demeanor, but the way that they pulled him out of the car, I was like, "Yo, that ain't right." Did you didn't see any of that?
They yanked him out.
Yeah.
He was driving 60 miles an hour in a 25 mile an hour zone.
So what's 20, 30, 40?
It's criminal
40.
speeding.
40 over?
Yeah, criminal speeding.
Criminal speeding.
It's double. It's over double.
Is that what the rules are?
I think so. Every state's different, but I mean, if you're double the speed
So there's things to be learned on both sides, I think.
I think it was
the police officer.
It was both sides.
It was both sides that elevated the situation.
Yeah.
I've been pulled over many times. Did I tell you this story? Did I tell you the story? When I was coming back from Connecticut one time, it was 2009.
Oh, night?
Yeah, at night.
ESPN?
No, this was Connecticut, but it wasn't ESPN.
Oh.
I don't know what it was coming back from Connecticut, but I've been pulled over a lot. And I'm just saying I've been pulled over a good amount. And the first thing I do, because you usually have tint, is I put my windows down because I don't want them to rip my tint off. If you're in a certain state, they could say, "Hey, your tint's too dark." I think Florida's different, though. I think you can have tint in Florida.
Yeah, you can tint the windshield in Florida.
Yeah.
But his was too dark, though, I think.
His was like limo.
Yeah, you couldn't see it.
But I just do it because I know specifically I have police officer friends. That you don't know what's happening inside the vehicle.
Yeah.
You can't see. So it's a safety issue.
Yeah.
I need to be able to see inside the car. So, it's usually, "Sorry, officer, was I going too fast?" or "Sorry, the first thing I say is, "I'm sorry," just to clarify. I'm not trying. And then I already have all my stuff down. And then depending on the police officer, I mean, I've had not nice ones, say, basically, "You suck at football."
Really?
Well, when I gave him my stuff, because at the time, this was 2009, I had a Miami license. I was up in Massachusetts. My car was registered in Illinois.
It's like a drug dealer.
So I had to explain that.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, I just came from Miami. I bought this vehicle here. I addressed it to my parents' house." I don't know how it went, but anyway, and I play for the Patriots. And he was like, "Your window's your tint's too dark. I'm giving you a warning." And however many tackles, he must have looked me up, I had that year. He was like, 15 tackles isn't enough to play for the Patriots. And I was like, "Okay, thank you." Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was. Now, I think that was Connecticut. It might have been Connecticut or Mass. It was. I was coming on 90.
15 tackles.
Yeah.
Was that your actual stats, too?
I don't know. Look up 2009 Patriot, Rob Ninkovich 2009 stats. This is what he would have done. There you go. And then game logs, just go to
2009.
2009. Let's see.
Scroll to the bottom.
How many total? Solo.
Yeah, scroll to the bottom. 14.
24.
No, 14, right?
That's solo.
Oh, and
so
assisted.
Combined, I
Okay.
had 24 tackles, 1 sack.
Was it like during the season?
Yeah, this was after the season.
Oh, okay.
So it was basically the season was over.
He must have looked at the solo tackles, though.
Yeah. It's not enough. Not enough, Ninko. So I had to pick it up, man. And I did.
So you owe that police officer
Thank you.
your career.
Thank you.
Picked you up.
Yeah, that was bad. But anyway, on the Tyreek thing, I think it's terrible on both sides. It's bad. obviously there's
no reason.
There's no reason to pull him out of the car.
No, I get why you want the window down because I mean you couldn't really see in the car.
You couldn't. It was a McLaren. And I also turned my car off, so it's quiet. You know, if you have like a sports car and the cop hates when you got your car on idle. Like, you know, he had a McLaren on idle, so it was kind of loud.
Yeah,
because exotic loud.
I mean,
I pull over, I put my flashers on, and I turn my car off. And then I have my windows down.
I get, like, you know, him wanting the window down or whatever, and he could have opened the door and just told him to step out and not open the door and yank him completely out of the car and put him on the ground.
But the way that they do it too, they say like, "I'll break your window."
Yeah,
it's like
it takes him like 10 times to, like, you know, to do anything. Most of the time, it was just like the one time. Put your window down. No, okay, door
now
open,
you're out.
Boom.
So that was That wasn't a good look.
It wasn't. That was not a good look. It was not a good look at all. And then I don't know why Calais Campbell got put in handcuffs. He like stopped.
And Calais is like the nicest.
Seems like
Don't ask somebody about that guy.
But I don't think they released I didn't see the body cam footage of that part though. Of when
I didn't see that either. I just saw
Campbell.
the initial pullover, and then he goes off in that game. The biggest the longest touchdown of his career? There's 80 like yards. 80 something yards. The police, first of all, it's a really hard job to deal with all the things that you have to deal with. So I can imagine a game day is extra stressful and you're trying to deal with all these different things going on at the same time, but you have to have a little more patience.
I think the other problem too is like that there was multiple police officers there, so why did nobody else step in and be like, no, calm down to the police officer?
Yeah. Well, I would also, too, I'd think, from what I don't know if I heard it or if I didn't hear it, I think before they even took him out of the car, I hear one cop say, that's Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I think somebody said that.
No, it's Tyreek Hill. I mean, you're outside the stadium.
The guy, the particular issue... it's tough. You can't just go instantly 0 to 100.
No, that's what happened though.
And now on the whole thing of Tyreek, don't knock on my window like that. Like it's every time you speak to somebody, your initial conversation especially with a police officer.
Yeah, it sets the whole tone.
It sets the tone of the whole conversation. So for me, that's why I say, sorry, officer, blah, 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 blah. You know, I was this just happened actually, like literally maybe a month ago. It was the summer. I was in my 69 Buick. Okay. I was going through my town. I had all my windows open, so that wasn't a problem. I probably was going over. My speedometer on that car isn't calibrated correctly. So I do believe, now I don't know 100% what the difference is, but when I was looking down, I was like, yeah, I'm probably over. But then the cop was coming the opposite way, and I instantly saw him flip his lights on. I'm like, all right. So I pulled over, turned the car off, and he's like, do you know how fast you're going? I said, yeah, I don't know exactly sorry, officer, I don't know exactly, this speedometer isn't accurate. So I think I was doing like 20 or something over.
You get a ticket?
Don't do it again.
How often do you get fucking pulled over? It seems pretty often.
I've been pulled over a few times. The worst that I ever had was going to Purdue. I used to have to go on these backcountry roads, and there was always this hill that you would crest over the hill, and there'd always be a cop right there. Stupid me. I told myself before I left, just remember that there's always a cop sitting there. Didn't remember. So going to Purdue, I got a ticket. And then he went to the other side of the hill. Leaving Purdue, I got a ticket. Same cop. Same hill, same road, same speed.
What'd he say?
2 tickets.
What'd he say the second time?
Got you again. And I used to have a little radar fuzzbuster thing. He's like, well, that didn't help you, did it? And I was like, Freaking Radio Shack. Bought it at Radio Shack.
Plugged into the cigarette lighter.
Yeah. Had it up on the thing. And when he pulled me over, I forgot to show it off. He's like, he's like, yeah, well, that didn't help, did it? I was like, oh, dang it. My Captain Insano was not happy about that because at that point, I had no money and I couldn't
So he
pay.
had to pay your tickets?
It was like $600.
Oh, both of them?
Yeah, it was like $300 a piece.
So he had to pay your tickets?
And then I had to pay him back. Slow down, Rob. Not a speeder. It's just if you're in the sticks of Indiana, if you're in the backwoods of Indiana with it's just freaking nothing, you might do 15 over. I usually set my cruise when I was going through. Well, I just got pulled over with the family leaving my parents' house.
Like, how many times have you been pulled over? More tackles than you had your 2009 year?
Yeah. I'd probably say I got pulled over with so Paige's mom was in the car. I was taking her to the airport.
That was recent, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying it also could be one of them was I didn't have my inspection sticker, right? I think that one, the one taking Paige's mom to the airport was in that, the transition of the HOV lane going into the tunnel.
Yeah.
It's like 30 miles an hour speed limit.
Yeah.
So you're coming off the interstate and then you hit that, it drops down 30 miles an hour. I think I was doing like 45 and a 30, but I'm coming off the interstate. They're there for a reason. They know what they're doing. They're there like, hey, slow down. So I got to slow down a little bit, but I'm not going crazy. It's just maybe 10 over.
Every minute this conversation goes on, there's 2 more stories of you getting pulled over.
Well, the one with the family was in Indiana, and it was like 5 a.m., and that was merging from 80, 90. So you're on 295. You're like coming out of Chicago. There's like this big stretch of semi trucks, and they got me doing like 13 over.
You get a ticket for that one?
Warning.
Wow.
I've had a lot of warnings. If there was a system in place to see,
I would start getting a lot of tickets.
Yeah. But, I got to go to Oklahoma soon and pick that blue truck up. It's done.
So you're going to be getting a lot of tickets.
So I'm going to Oklahoma, Nashville, Bowling Green. Yeah. So I'm going to go up to Nashville, 7 hours.
You're going to go to the Corvette plant in Bowling Green?
Bowling Green Corvette factory, which I've never been to. They have they still have that sinkhole there. Yeah, they have the cars sitting there, which will be cool. My dad might come with me, so depending on that, I might shoot up. This is going to be in October. Mm-hmm. I'll probably do it I don't know exactly what. He's going to Arizona, so we can't do it right now. Car's done, so I got to go. I got to do it early October. But I think do the Patriots play? What's the Patriots Titans game date?
Do they play the Titans this year? I don't think they do.
Yeah, they do. They play the Titans. Patriots at Titans.
Oh,
November 3rd. Is that November?
Yeah, that's right. Because I'm actually in Nashville the week after that.
That might be too cold.
I'm in Nashville the week after that.
In Nashville after the game.
Yeah, the week after. It's Veterans Day weekend.
But
I'm there.
Yes. On a lighter note, Captain Insano is excited for that trip. So
yeah, he must be really excited.
Yeah, he's pumped.
He's gonna have tons of pictures.
It was his birthday. He was 71 years old the other day. He's chugging along.
He's gonna get out and have you take pictures of him posing in front of different landmarks.
This is what I'm gonna do before that trip. We're going to have an over-under of how many times I can take a picture of him taking a picture. I guarantee it's over as many tackles as I had my 2009 season. Over 14. Easy all day.
She got a nice Polaroid camera.
Yeah, I should get him with the...
Start shaking it.
All right, we need a beer. Let's go look at one. You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord. access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
No, we did.
No, I think we did the blue one or something like that.
Red slushy.
I opened the whole entire pack.
All right.
There's no way we did it.
All right, we're back, and we're going to try something that I am not going to probably be a fan of.
Why?
Red slushy?
Yeah, it was a limited release by Down East.
White slushy, lemon, blue slushy, raspberry,
one's a cherry.
red slushy, cherry. Something that makes sense. Every group needs a straight shooter. I like straight shooters.
It smells good.
Let's see. Let me get a smell. Is this an actual beer or is this like a...
I think it's technically a cider or something like that.
I don't... Hold on.
Smells like a slush. Red slushy. That's not bad.
I kind of like it. Is it? It's red?
Yeah.
It is
cherry.
red. So it's not beer. It's just like a wine cooler.
It's a cider, I think, technically.
I wonder if there's like red 40 in it. Yes.
What's wrong with that?
It's great.
It's good for you.
Yeah, it's great for you. All right. Water, alcohol from sugar fermentation. Sugar. How many sugars are in this? 222 calories. Hey.
14 milligrams of sodium.
How much? 26.
It's actually pretty good.
It is. 26 grams
gluten-free.
of sugar, 30 carbs, 22 grams of real sugar. Do you realize that it is tasty?
Oh, yeah.
But if you drank...
It's a regular slush, though. What do you think the slush is?
Oh, I had a milkshake yesterday, and it was... If you drank 10 of these, you would wake up
You'd have a fucking
and you would feel
headache.
You would feel like you played 100 snaps, okay? And you were getting hit by Brandon Jacobs.
Imagine sitting in the pool, though, with this, like on a 90-degree day.
Be pretty good. It'd be good. I like it. I mean, it's tasty. It's got some good flavor to it.
This is actually pretty good. Why did it take so long to try this?
I don't understand why they don't make this with like vodka. You know? Because this is, I don't know how they ferment it, right? It says.
Isn't it like a cider, though?
I think so.
It's actually good.
See,
I was worried it had like a bad aftertaste, and it doesn't.
Alcohol from sugar fermentation. Like if this was vodka, maybe it would be, I don't know. It is good, though. Down East. Okay.
So you gotta give it a score, then.
This isn't beer. We can't give it a score.
But
are we going to do cider? Are we going to do a cider score?
Like a cider one.
Well, it's almost the time of the year for cider. So should we do some ciders?
Yeah, might as well.
We'll do some ciders. All right, we'll bring in some ciders. Maybe we can get a few.
Yeah. If you got a good one, send it.
Flavor?
No pumpkin, though. Ugh.
You don't like pumpkin?
No. Pumpkin beer is gross.
What about with the little sugar rim on it?
No. What do you put sugar rim on?
No, with the pumpkin beer, you put the little sugar on the top.
Beer.
It's good. You're going to try it. I'm going to bring it in. We're going to make one.
Ew.
You're going to make it. I'll give this I'll give it a solid. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I'll go like 7.12.
7.12. Okay, I'm going 7.
It's good. I mean, you drink a bunch of these things, but you will have you'll have a bad headache waking up if you drink 10 of these things.
You're going to have a bad headache. So I want to dive in a little bit about the newest Hall of Fame stuff going on. And me personally, with the success, and you could call me a homer, call me whatever you want. I was here a long time. I played a lot of football. Mr. Kraft should be in the Hall of Fame right now. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame right now. Robert Kraft should be in the Hall of Fame right now. Jerry Jones. When was the last time Jerry Jones won a Super Bowl? Was that 95?
Yeah, it had to be.
So with the amount of victory and just the whole process of the Patriots being bought, the transformation of not only the stadium, but how the whole NFL has grown, Robert Kraft had a lot to do with that. The growth of the NFL.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the 2001 Patriots, if you don't have the 03, the 04s, the 07, those Patriots, right? Say even the one that we lost, the 07 Patriots, the undefeated season, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have the one where, they lose to the Giants, that propelled the NFL into all this, the contracts, the the TV contracts. So I'm with Phil Perry on this one. Phil was on the radio today, and he was saying that he's sick of some of these Hall of Fame inductions after the guys aren't here, right? After the people aren't here. If they deserve it and they've succeeded and done all these great things, why not do it?
Yeah.
And all the people voting are old anyway. You would think that they'd have that same mentality. Like, look at where this franchise is. Look at all the success. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Check. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I don't agree with the last 5 years what Kraft's done, but you can't then take away the 20 years prior to that, or
the
20
years. The 20 years is the 20 years.
Yeah,
so it was the best stretch of football.
You can't
ever.
take it away
because what have the Cowboys done in the last 20 years?
But the thing is too, you could even go to a little bit more than 20 years. You could go 25 years of that run because they did make a Super Bowl with Bledsoe. He bought the team and 3 years later was in the Super Bowl.
Yep. I'm looking up the last Super Bowl.
So he'd have to make it just with that. He also had the big thing with the whole labor strike thing.
Yeah, he helped get it
to
back.
Get that, get there. I mean, my thing is like the criteria of what's the criteria of owners to get in? I think you're winning 6 Super Bowls, going to 10 or 9 of them or whatever it is. I think that gets you enough to get into the Hall of Fame, right?
100%. I just read something and it.
He has screwed himself with his whole publicity tour with it and everything, with his documentary he did on Apple, with the book. I don't know if you saw the reports for that. He had Stacey James, the Dynasty book. He owns all the rights to that.
Is that different than the
same thing? He owns the rights to both the book and the series.
I didn't know there was a book.
Yeah, they would hand it out to people. He literally wrote. He had the book written, and then he'd send it out to the Hall of Fame voting people.
Really?
The report was pretty bad that came out on ESPN the other day.
All right, this is what made me throw up a little bit in my mouth. In 1989, Jerry Jones purchased the Dallas Cowboys for
nothing.
$140 million.
Yeah.
I would do whatever it takes to try and scrounge up $140 million.
Yeah, if you could get it.
If you could get it. The value of the Cowboys today is an estimated $10 billion. That is nuts.
Yeah.
Your return on investment.
Oh yeah. Plus how much money you've made in that time.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not just the capital gains part of it. It is also what you made.
What you make
that.
Averaging $600-800 million a year.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shnikes.
So
he went in the Hall of Fame in 2017.
Yeah, and the thing is, people point to some of the scandals with Robert Kraft and all that. Jerry Jones has had just as many or more scandals and all that stuff.
You know what the difference is, though?
What?
Texas.
Yeah.
How many times things probably just were like, eh.
But what I'm saying, though, is even forget the ones that you don't know about. Like, there's been plenty of national ones that have been out there of Jerry Jones. It's not, you can't just go to that part of it that, you have the Orchids or whatever
96.
it is.
The last Super Bowl they had was 96. He's won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the comparison on statistics and...
There's no reason why he shouldn't be in. I think he's kind of screwed himself with how hard he's been pushing for it when it should have just come on its own. I mean, he could have been put in at the same time as Jerry Jones, right, in 2017, because at that point there was, 4 Super Bowls won by then?
Okay, so...
4 or 5? 4?
16. There are 16 NFL owners in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So since 2000, 5 owners have been enshrined. Dan Rooney, Ralph Wilson, Eddie DeBarlo of the 49ers, Jerry Jones, and Pat Bowlen of the Broncos.
Yeah, so there's no reason for Robert Kraft not to be in there.
I'm thinking, okay, think about that. Since 2000,
He would
have
probably
the Steelers of the Steelers era, right? Which was a great run. Okay.
Yeah, but
You
none
have
of those runs compared though.
No, Ralph Wilson of the Bills, which the Bills never won a Super Bowl.
And they didn't really have like a stadium. I mean, they ended up having to play games in
The
Toronto.
49ers, so comparable would be the 49ers.
Yeah, they had their run.
They had the run.
Yeah.
And then the Cowboys. And then, okay, so Pat Bowlen of the Broncos, that was what with
he had Shanahan won.
who's the
Kubiak.
who is the quarterback? Come on.
Peyton Manning.
Wrinkle face. No, he's got
Elway.
Elway.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I mean, I don't think there's a doubt he's going to make the Hall of Fame.
He needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
He might as well. I mean, there's no if the thing is, if you're saying as like a Hall of Fame voter, right? This Robert Kraft at some point is going to make the Hall of Fame. Why don't you just put him in now? It's not like you have to pick an owner every single year, right? Like you could easily pick him now. It's and who's behind them? Like who of the owners that are left right now need to go in?
Of the owners?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, like you're gonna hit like a point, right? In like 1 year, it's gonna be like Brady going into the Hall of Fame and a bunch of other guys. So there might be they only put in so many. So there might be some guys behind that don't make it, but they make it the next year.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a quota on owners. It's not like every year you gotta put one owner in or two owners in or whatever. Just fucking do it now. There's no point. There's no point of not doing it. I mean, he deserves to go in, regardless of some of the stuff that's happened recently and all that. I mean, he deserves to go in. This Hall of Fame thing, though, for all sports is getting kind of ridiculous. Like, you have Baseball Hall of Fame with all these great baseball players that are not in there.
Well, there's an issue with that when it comes to the steroid era, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to let certain guys in because they think they were juicing. You know how many guys got in that were juicing that just it wasn't that era?
We're doing cocaine in the middle of the game.
It's like, come on. There's tons of guys that are in that
they drank during
doing
games.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then say everybody, cell phones.
That's what I mean.
You know, cell phones are really screwing people up. I mean, you see Shannon Sharpe? That's not Disney Family ESPN headlines.
No.
Did you see what he did?
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
So basically his phone went on FaceTime Live or Instagram Live.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
While he was having relations.
Coitus.
Yes. And then instantly came out and said he's been hacked. And him and his team.
That's my favorite thing.
Him and his team are on top of it. It's like, no, you were on top of something.
That's my favorite thing.
You weren't on top of your cell phone. You know? How does that happen? And I get it. Like maybe if you're old and you don't realize it.
It's like a pocket dial.
No, it's not. It is not a pocket dial.
Yeah, it is. Because like if
look, I'm gonna go on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to extend it because I have a 1 hour limit. You have to go.
You give yourself a limit?
Yeah, I do. Okay, so you got to go here. You actually have to. I'm screwing it up right now. How do I do this? Okay. Get out of here. Go to home.
It's just like one
hit
button.
Plus. He didn't. And then I got to go down here. Look. Then you got to hit down. You got to go here. I don't even know where the hell the live is. Oh, you have to pull this over. Look, 3. Then it counts down. Checking connection. You are now live. So look.
So you're live now?
Yeah, this is where we're at. We're live right now. Okay. Hey everybody.
You did it in your pocket.
You cannot do this. You cannot go live in your pocket. It doesn't happen. There's way too many steps to go. We're here, Dan and Ninko. We're talking about the Patriots Week 1 victory. We are talking about Shannon Sharpe doing certain things on his phone, which I was trying to show to Dan that it's not very easy to go on your phone and go to Instagram Live, right? You have to go through all these steps. It took me.
I think you took the long route to get there.
No, I
though.
didn't. I don't
What do
know
you
how to
think,
do
TJ?
it.
You took the long route, right?
Did I take the long route? No, that's how you do it. So I'm, it seems like, say hello.
Hello.
To
Get
me,
some red slushy.
yeah, I'm having a wine cooler. Little red slushy. Let me taste it. I'd rather a beer, but anyway, I was saying I guess the lack of technology can affect somebody, especially of the age of Shannon Sharpe.
The picture of this phone.
Especially of the age where, it's like you give a phone to your old man and he's like, how does this thing work? How do I turn this stupid camera on? But anyway, let it go.
Maybe you're just
Disney Frozen.
trying to do something different. I don't know.
Trying to do something different. All right. Come visit NOLA. Edie, I'm coming to NOLA. I need some good old deep fried cooking. That's what I need. I want to go to Giacomo's. That's where I want to go. I want to get myself some gator. I'm coaching the Saints this year too, flag football.
Assistant coaching.
Assistant coach. We talked about that. We won. We also won. What do you got for new cars? So new cars, I have that 59 Chevy Apache is done. Just finished up. Darren Brewer of Oklahoma City of Shady Nook Classics. That only took a couple years.
Yeah, no, it actually has.
Took a long time, but we are done with it. So I'm actually gonna have to fly to Oklahoma and gonna go pick that up. So week 1, we got a victory. I picked the Pats over Cincinnati.
That's like the first time.
No, come on. I picked the Pats. Mayo's doing a great job. Media, just chill out. You guys are way too crazy about this whole, new regime going in. I love it. I think Mayo's doing a great job. He's open. He's talking. He's candid. Let's go, Pats. We got Seattle coming up. 10 years. Come to Chester, Illinois. Todd, of course I want to come to Chester. My buddy Todd Cowan. He's a big Cowboys fan. We're just talking about the Cowboys, Todd, and how Jerry Jones is in the Hall of Fame and Mr. Kraft is not. I think Mr. Kraft should be in the Hall of Fame, and let's do it. Let's do it right now. I don't want to wait any longer. So the Patriots are taking on Seattle. I'm picking the Patriots. It's the 10-year reunion, so it's going to be an awesome time. I can't wait to hang out with some of my buddies, and we're going to see some great Patriot legends. So have a great one. Kraft over Jones all day. Is that Dave Nielsen? Okay, I'm taking off. Say bye to TJ. Look at TJ's working his stuff over there. TJ, you got to wave. Peace. And I wave. Take care. Ninko's leaving. Bye-bye. See, it's not easy to do
You're
this.
going to be live streaming all the time now.
No, I don't.
Yes.
All right, how do I end this?
Oh, look at that.
Hold on. Do I hit X?
Yeah. Don't do anything wrong here.
And now.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he was on live already and then didn't realize he didn't hit it off.
No, but it'd have to be on forever.
Maybe it was.
Right?
I don't know. But here's the thing, though, is like, they won't let guys in the Hall of Fame. Like, one of the big knocks on Robert Kraft going to the Hall of Fame is the whole massage parlor thing, right? That's one of the reasons why he's not.
That was thrown out. That was eradicated.
That's one of the reasons. But like somebody like Shannon Sharpe,
I could
right?
use a nice massage.
Yeah.
Oh, my shoulder cracked.
Shannon Sharpe's in the Hall of Fame, right? So he had this happen. Why wouldn't he get kicked out of the Hall of Fame?
I don't think they do that.
That's what I mean, though. But why is it you're not allowed in? But once you're in, you're good.
You're in the club, man.
Yeah, like doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
It's like in baseball. Like you've got a lot of unbelievable players that are not in the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
And it's not you. What's the prestige of the Hall of Fame then? If it's supposed to be the best players or the people that help change the game, and they're not in there. So what? Like, does it have the same?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I feel like it's just a good old boys club, and they're
like here.
If they don't agree or they don't like, it doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter how many championships statistically or wins, losses. They're basically like, yay or nay.
Well, like if they go put one of the Hunt family members in right now, right?
Yeah.
The Chiefs. What does that
No,
say?
that
with
couldn't.
Robert Kraft?
There ain't
but
no
you know
way
what I mean,
that's
though.
yeah,
But that's
I know.
that's
it
what
would be.
you're
It
talking
would be a
about,
kick
though.
in the what's.
Yeah, but then you would just lose. You would just be like, well, the Hall of Fame doesn't really mean anything. It's like the Pro Bowl now. Does it really mean anything anymore to make a Pro Bowl?
No, it doesn't.
Like
It doesn't because they play flag football and dodgeball.
Yeah.
Play dodgeball. It's
Look at the
not like it
quarterbacks
used
that
to
have been in
be.
there lately. Like
Yeah,
Mac Jones as a rookie was in the Pro Bowl.
Nobody, gritty and all over. It doesn't. It's similar to, you look at things of the past Pro Bowls were more prestigious.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like if you don't put in the guys that should be in, it kind of lessens the.
Yeah.
It's
like the NBA dunk contest.
The
It used to be.
aura.
They used to be like the best thing
like
to watch when all the stars.
When you're a
were in
kid,
it.
you would turn on you would put on what? The home run derby.
Yeah.
That was huge when like
dunk contest.
McGuire.
Yeah, McGuire, Sosa.
Yeah, you would put on the dunk contest, which was amazing. You would watch the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Because they were actually hitting, and they had those skills challenges, but they used to do fun stuff. Like they would literally do who could throw the ball the farthest.
Yeah.
They don't do any of that now because guys are worth so much they don't want to freaking throw their arm out. But all right, let's do a couple takeaways.
We got to talk about the Red Sox quick.
Yeah, let's do it. What do you think?
Sox.
They walk off 10th inning.
Yeah,
3-run. Was it a 3-run? It was tied 2-2.
3-run home run.
Yeah, so it was 2-2
They were
in
down.
the 9th.
They were down 3. Yeah, they were down 3-2 in the 10th.
In the 10th, and
then he hit that
3-run
shot.
Yeah,
and he's hit like 5 home runs now in 4 games.
So they're 2 games out. They're going to the Yankees tonight.
They're 3. They're near 3 or 4 games out of the wild card.
So
spot.
they just beat the Orioles.
Yeah.
The Yankees are number 1.
Yeah.
So it's Yankees, Orioles. They just won.
And
They
the Red
play the
Sox.
Yankees tonight at 7:30.
Yeah. They're behind right now the Tigers and the Twins for the last wild card
to
spot.
get in the spot.
But they play the Twins after this series. They have a series at home with the Twins. So if they can gain like a game ground and then sweep the Twins, then they're kind of in the wild card. Then they're actually in it at that point. They got to finish out the season. I mean, it's good because they dropped their payroll dramatically. They had a ton of injuries. They traded away some players. At least the good thing with the Red Sox is that I think going forward they're going to be really good. They got a big young core. They just have been named. They have the number 1 prospect in all of baseball in Roman Anthony. They have 4 total prospects in the top 25 of all of baseball. So they have 4 of the top 25. And you already have guys that are up, that are young, that are good, like Jared Duran, Wilder Abreu, Cedar Rafaela. You still have Devers. Trevor Story just came back from injury. You still have Casas. So you have a good young core. If they can add some pitching to that, they're going to be dangerous next year. But if they can make the playoffs this year, that's going to be a huge win. They've got Cora signed now long term. Red Sox outlook is, I think, massive. And it's fun to go to games again. Now it's like 2 hours and 2 hours, 20 minutes.
Guys are throwing 105 miles an hour, which is nuts.
Well, there's a new rule they're talking about of that you have to keep the starter in for like 6 innings or something like that. That's one rule they're proposing now.
They're going to have so many more injuries. Guys freaking blowing their elbows out.
Nolan Ryan used to fucking throw like 300
I know,
pitches.
but he was throwing like 93.
No.
Nolan Ryan?
Nolan Ryan, I think, threw like 100.
What was Nolan Ryan's average fastball? 100 miles an hour. Damn, that dude was
And he was
cooking.
like 40.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. And he was beating up
You didn't-
Robin Ventura.
I know. You didn't see him, like, I think it was last year, he threw out the first pitch for the Rangers and threw it 85 miles an hour, and he's like 65 years old.
That's pretty nuts.
I'll never forget that fight. Nolan Ryan was like my favorite player growing up. When
Yeah,
he just
Robin Ventura.
took Ventura.
Sox. Speaking of the Sox.
Oh, that's right. You were a White Sox
Yeah,
fan,
I was a
right?
White Sox fan. They had 33 wins this year.
Yeah,
They're
terrible.
33 and like 100 and
Yeah,
something
they're the worst
losses.
team in baseball.
I went to a game. I spent like $300 on beer. It's ridiculous.
What did you when you were a kid and Robin Ventura was getting punched in the head by Nolan Ryan? What did you think?
I said, damn, he's getting his ass beat. Bo Jackson. I got a.
Bo knows.
Who told me go away, kid? I can't remember. I was 10 years old, and I got a baseball, and I went by the fence. Frank Thomas. I think Frank Thomas.
The Big Hurt?
The Big Hurt ignored me. I said, can I get your autograph? Meow. Gone. Then Bo Jackson, he came out, threw him the ball. I have the autograph, but my freaking nephew autographed over the autograph.
What?
I have a signed baseball from Bo Jackson from the actual game when I was a kid, and my nephew signed his name on top of Bo Jackson's name.
How old is he?
Like 10. He's 20 now. Cam Thornton, thanks, man. I have a great Bo Jackson signed autograph baseball. Not anymore. Thanks, Cameron.
You ever think if Bo Jackson never got hurt?
Oh, he'd be the best running back in the history of the game.
Yeah.
The guy's a freak.
Yeah.
Strong.
Well, the thing is, he tore
He used
all
to
that.
break the bat over his knee.
I know.
Have you ever tried to break a bat over
Oh,
your knee?
yeah.
He would break it over his head. He would put the bat on his head and pull down and break the bat.
It's just a freak.
I-
It's just a freak.
I would have to have it sawed a little bit. Or my knee would explode because it would hurt so bad.
That's the whole reason why he had that career-ending injury is because he was so strong and so fast that he
I know.
literally just ripped his
I think it
leg
was the
out
way he
the socket.
fell, though. His knee hit the ground and it popped out the back of his. I don't know. But anyway, that guy was a freak. But yeah, so I have a nice autographed baseball. Frank Thomas did not want to sign any autographs, but I got a few. I did love Robin Ventura, but he did get his ass beat.
He got his ass beat that day.
Yes, he did.
All right, want to do picks now?
Let's do the picks, man.
All right. I'm going to extend my lead here.
No, I think I'm coming back. All right, so
So you got tonight,
we got a game tonight. Let's
Yeah,
go.
you got
This is a
Bills.
good game.
Bills at the Dolphins, led by Scarface.
Bills at Dolphins.
Dude, the Mike McDaniels gets like
Mike,
worse. Than his,
hey, dude, he's paid now. You don't care.
he's got a perm.
La 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 la. Wait till I give my money right. Oh,
He's like
I had a dream.
Scarface.
I know. The world is yours. I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
All right, bring me my pick back. All right, I'm going Buffalo.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So we got 49ers at Vikings.
I am gonna go 49ers.
I'm also gonna go 49ers.
Yeah.
Even though they're not gonna have McCaffrey again, but I still go 49ers.
Terrible game here.
Ugh.
Giants
at the Commanders.
Commanders.
Have you seen the stat though that since Daniel Jones signed his $160 million deal, he's thrown more pick sixes than touchdowns?
Did you see all the fans calling him Danny Pennies? Could you imagine walking into the stadium? Find that clip. It is insane. Danny, there's Danny Pennies right there. Danny Pennies. You're sitting there and you're getting ready to go play a football game and people are calling you Danny Pennies? That would be just, there it is. Turn it up.
I need $1 million. I need $1 million. I need $1 million.
Oh
I
my.
think it's when he's leaving.
I need $1 million, Danny.
I need $1 million.
$1 Give me
Boo.
Stop.
Oh my gosh.
His home game.
All his,
opener.
that is so bad.
Danny Pennies. I need $1 million.
Danny Pennies, I need $1 million.
I need $1 million, Daniel.
Wow.
I
New
need
York
$1
is a
million,
tough
Danny.
environment,
I need
man.
$1 million.
It is tough. Do you
He's
see
been
Aaron Rodgers?
terrible.
What's that?
He's been terrible though.
All right. Do you see Rodgers
Yeah.
trying to tell the fans to relax a little bit?
Yeah.
That ain't good in New York. Those guys are
They'll fucking kill you.
ruthless.
Yeah.
All right. So
Did
we
you
got.
see this?
What is that? Ooh. Oh. Can't read a defense.
The difference between a Happy Meal and Daniel Jones. They both don't throw touchdowns. They both can't read a defense. But a Happy Meal makes people happy and he makes people sad.
So bad. It sucks. How are you gonna win? How are you gonna win if you can't throw the ball? Anyway.
All right, so Giants at the Commanders.
I'm going Commanders.
I'm going Commanders too.
Yeah.
They were so
I'm going
bad.
Commanders.
All right, then you have the Chargers at the Panthers.
Panthers look so bad.
I know.
Chargers.
Chargers.
I love Harbaugh.
I don't love Harbaugh, but Panthers are bad.
The guy seems a little tapped. I'd play for him.
This actually might be a good game. Saints at Cowboys.
Oh, I'm gonna go. Ooh, this is gonna be a great game.
I know this is a tough one for you,
this
right?
is
You
tough.
get like your Saints that you have,
I got ties.
team
to
you
the
drafted
Saints.
by,
I got
and then you used to
Cowboys
root for the
who just-
Cowboys. Troy
I
Aikman
like-
sent you his beer.
I like the Cowboys defense.
Saints offense look good.
I know Saints offense. I'm going Micah Parsons takes over, so I'm gonna go Cowboys here.
I'm going Cowboys too.
Yeah,
Colts at the Packers.
I'm going Colts.
I'm also going Colts because they don't have Jordan Love.
Yep.
Browns at Jaguars. Oh, that's another fucking really bad quarterback situation.
I'm going Jaguars.
He's got another.
He's got his fully guaranteed contract. That's why.
Well, I think they can void it now.
Oh, really?
I think if he gets suspended, they can void it.
Oh, he's got that thing coming up.
Well, no, it was just another lawsuit filed against him.
Oh, really?
For sexual assault.
Oh my gosh, dude. What an idiot.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
I'm also going to go Jaguars on that. Browns.
Come on, you got to pick something different.
What these games are fucking easy.
Jets, I know. Jets at
Titans.
Titans lose? Titans won, right?
No, they lost.
The Titans lost to week 1, weren't they?
Didn't Levis throw a bunch of picks?
No, oh, yeah, he did. The Bears beat him.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Jets.
Caleb Williams threw for like 90 yards.
I'm going Jets.
I'm going to go Titans in that one. I think that's okay. My upset of that week.
Jets. I think Rodgers will have a bounce back.
All right, and then we've got
Bears at Colts.
No, that's the wrong one. Oh, no. I thought we just did the Colts. Yeah.
Hold on, go up.
That's September 22nd.
Okay, here we go.
So Buccaneers at
Lions.
You gonna do a little Baker shake?
Baker. I'm gonna go. Oh God. I'm gonna go Lions on this one.
I'm also going Lions. I think they're good.
They are good.
There's a couple more of those commercials too that are out.
Oh, they're coming out?
Yeah, there's a couple more of them. They're pretty good. Raiders at Ravens.
I'm going Ravens.
Rams at Cardinals.
Rams.
I'm going Cardinals.
Okay.
Yeah. Bengals at Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Steelers at Broncos.
Broncos.
I'll go Steelers. Justin Fields looked pretty good.
Okay.
Bears at Texans.
Texans.
Falcons at Eagles.
Eagles.
And then that's the Monday night game. And then you're going to have Sunday, 1 o'clock home opener. Rob Ninkovich will be there, possibly ringing the bell. Possibly ringing the bell. Probably not.
Not ringing the bell. I'm doing something else, but it's a secret. We'll talk about it next week. And we'll take photos.
Oh, really? That's
It'll be fun. Yep.
So Seahawks at the Patriots. You can take the Seahawks? You can do it?
No. Patriots. I think it's going to be, I'm going to go 21-10, putting a score on it.
I'm going to take the Patriots. Like I said before, if you were to pick one game, that was the game. If you had to say, you had to pick one game of the Patriots to win this year, it's that game. Yeah. So I think that's it. I think it's going to be another similar game to the Bengals game. It's going to be like 17-16 or 17-10 or something like that. I still don't think they have enough offense. But who knows? Could be wrong.
I'm going Pats. All right, before we wrap this episode up, question to you. Will Tom Brady call the Super Bowl for Fox? You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show. I think he has to because of how much he's getting paid, but he was terrible.
Everyone's really hard on him. It's his first game. It's not easy, like, to be a color commentator. How do you have to get a rhythm. You have to figure I didn't think he was as bad as what everyone else thinks. I don't. But I think he has to improve. It's just like anything. He's going to get better.
He practiced, though.
How much do you think he practiced? I think there's a difference between
all the time.
Really?
Probably. He prepares for everything.
I know, but I'm saying, do you think that there's a difference? I know that there's a distinct difference in the actual live. It's happening live in front of you versus something taped that isn't. Did
you practice in your color commentary on the radio stuff?
I'm unemployed.
Yeah, but you used to do it though.
No, I didn't practice. Maybe that's why I'm unemployed. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm not employed.
They replaced you with Jason McCourty.
Jay's good though.
Yeah, he is good.
Good.
Devin's actually, I hate to say it, but Devin's probably a little bit better than Jason.
They're both the same, so it doesn't matter.
No, they're not.
They are this. They have the same genetic makeup.
So what?
They're just the same player. Just split.
They're the same player.
They're very close.
No.
They're very similar.
Devin was better. Stop.
They're both good.
Who was better?
McCourty's, I love
If you
you.
had to pick one, who was better?
I'm picking them both.
No,
They're twins. They're the same.
Got to pick one.
They're identical twins.
You got to pick one. You played with both.
Well, Dev would know the defense better, so
Yeah.
because I played with him. But they're actually the same person. Because whenever I talk, Jason will be like laughing the same Dev would on the same joke that I would say. So they're similar in a sense of their demeanor, their personality, their physical makeup, their genetic makeup. They just happen to inside the womb.
All right, before we go, I actually saw something that I meant to bring up. I meant to bring it up earlier because you said you were hungry, and I was trying to wait till later.
Starving.
Top 5 fast food breakfast foods.
Oh, top 5?
Yeah,
breakfast
what's your
foods?
top 5?
Oh, okay.
That's like a fast food one. It's like Dunkin' Donuts counts, stuff like that.
So I'll go number 5 would be the wake up wrap, Dunkin' Donuts. Quick, easy. You get 2 of them. One, I don't do the meat, so I'll just go the wrap, cheese, egg, 2 of them. Okay.
Why no meat?
Because I just don't. Because where's that meat coming from? It's like you like
Meat from
bacon.
anywhere it come
It's
from.
not. It's not good. It's not good. So that's just me personally.
Okay.
So number 4, I enjoy a Cumberland Farms sandwich. You go to Cumbies, you get a coffee, $1.06, right? They have those little waffle sandwiches. They're like, oh, it's like a waffle, egg and cheese, and then I take the meat and I throw it out the window. Okay, that's number 4. Number 3, sorry, I'll go underrated breakfast, a Wendy's biscuit sandwich. Wendy's. You ever have a biscuit sandwich from Wendy's? Pretty good. Okay. Number 2, right? I'm going McGriddle from McDonald's.
Oh,
I love a McGriddle. And then my number 1 breakfast sandwich
fucking McGriddle.
is 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins from McDonald's.
2?
And 2.
You eat the meat?
Oh yeah, I'll eat that. If I had 20 of these and I need something in my belly in the morning, I'm having 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins with 2 hash browns and a large orange juice.
Wow. So I'd go, my number 5 would be chocolate frosted donut from Dunkin' Donuts.
Chocolate frosted. Oh, I thought
Or even like the Boston cream.
I like, as you can tell, I like the egg and the cheese.
Yeah.
So it's all
It's
egg
a lot
and
of
cheese.
egg and cheese.
Yeah.
And then I'd go the egg sausage cheese McMuffin.
Okay. That's 4.
And then I would go, what's my number 3? My number 3 would be a bagel, egg, cheese, and bacon from Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
Number
I don't-
2,
like the Dunkin' sometimes tastes like whatever they make it hot in.
I don't know.
I'm
good.
telling you, you take a bite into a Dunkin's breakfast sandwich. Sometimes you're like, it has a little bit of like the microwave flavor in it. So I don't love it.
Number 2 is I forget what they're called, from Chick-fil-A, the chicken minis.
Dude, they say
Like-
Chick-fil-A is some of the worst stuff you could ever
Yeah,
eat.
but like, you get it's like the little chicken minis.
Yeah,
So it
on
has
a
like
little biscuit.
the honey like biscuit bun
Yeah.
thing with that's really good.
They say don't eat that
And
stuff.
the number 1 is you got to go with the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant witch from Burger King is the number 1.
I know you like a Burger King breakfast sandwich. I've
That
had
croissant
one.
which is unbelievable.
The only thing that bothers me is sometimes they have those little circle hashes. They don't have the big, like, McDonald's has the nice big puck. There's something about that
puck.
that little oblong shaped breakfast potato in that little freaking bag, and it's always so hot. You try to
Yeah.
eat it too soon, and it's just burning your mouth.
A runner
That's
up.
why McDonald's takes it to the number 1 level. For
A
me,
runner up
they're-
is the McDonald's pancakes are really good.
They are good. Like the breakfast platter.
Yeah.
But the only meat that I'll eat for breakfast fast food will be
Sausage?
sausage McMuffin, which might not even be sausage anymore. But it's very good on a hangover, okay? And a Five Guys burger with the double patty. If lunch comes around and you still need some grease, you got to go get a Five Guys. And that's it, because Ninko said so.
All right, that's a wrap. So we'll be back to talk about next week. Talk about what happened with the Patriots game.
2-0, baby.
Kind of anything else that goes on. Rob's going to have his whole secret thing he's doing before the game.
It's going to be fun.
It'll be exciting. Maybe like putting on full pads, taping up your ankles, going for a run.
Throw the cleats back on.
Yeah. The Patriots bringing back silver pants, too, by the way. They just announced for the game. They're wearing
Really?
Yeah, they're wearing the silver pants.
I love the silver pants.
Yeah. That's been a long time.
Oh, yeah, they always wear the blue.
Yeah, it's been a long time
I love
since
the
silver.
blue.
I don't like the blue. I like the silver.
Like the silver.
But we'll see you guys next week. Check us out on danandninko.com, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, all 9 yards. See you guys next week.
Peace.